Hello you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Callie if you are new here, and today I'm going to be showing you 4 easy, simple supper ideas, and they are all kid friendly. Both of my kids have a dairy allergy, so they're actually dairy free. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat meat, so it's kind of funny because it's a meal that fits regular meat eater with no restrictions, 2 dairy free people, and 1 that doesn't eat meat. So it's going to be interesting. Also, if you're new here, I just wanted to say that I am making homemaking videos, stay-at-home mom content, do-it-yourself stuff around the house, all things that have to do with homemaking and parenting. As you can hear my two having a discussion over who's getting a certain marker. It sounds like they settled it. So yeah, if you're interested in that type of content, then just keep watching. Okay, I've got some deer steak that we had processed, whole pepperoncinis, 1 stick of butter, a packet of ranch seasoning, and a packet of ground brown gravy mix. Also, half a cup of water. Hello you guys, I just wanted to jump in here and say that this recipe is not dairy free. It was something I had filmed a while back, and so yeah, I just wanted to share it just in case there was anybody watching that just wanted ideas and wasn't necessarily focused on the dairy free aspect. Okay, so as you can tell, I just dumped my steak in first, and then my brown gravy packet, the ranch packet, and then all you have to do is lay a stick of butter on top and put in however many pepperoncinis that you would like. I poured in a little bit of juice just to give it a little bit more of a kick, and then you dump in your half a cup of water, and you can cook it on low all day, or if you wanted this to be done sooner, you could cook it on high and just watch it because it wouldn't take as much time. So after it was done cooking, I just served it over some rice with some pinto beans and green beans, and everybody ate it up. This next recipe is just simple spaghetti and meatballs. I wanted to share this because those turkey meatballs that I have are from Walmart, and they actually don't contain any milk or dairy, so it works out good for us whenever we need something quick. And so yeah, you can dump those in the crock pot. They can cook on low for a couple hours. It's really just to heat them through. They're already fully cooked. And for this, I just boiled some noodles, and then I saved some sauce out for myself so that I didn't have to eat meatball sauce. This next recipe is just some crock pot chicken tacos, and they're always showing you that you can use a can of Rotel or diced tomatoes, salsa, whatever you have on hand. I just happen to have a jar of salsa that I needed to use up, so that's what I chose to use. And I had a frozen chicken breast, and all I did was put it in the crock pot, and you'll see that here I had issues. It was a big old breast. I had to figure out how to fit it in there. And you sprinkle, I would say, about 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. And then after you sprinkle the taco seasoning, you can dump on your salsa or your Rotel, whatever you want to use. And you can kind of eyeball this to how you would like it. If you want it more tomatoey, obviously do more. And if you want the chicken to kind of be the main ingredient in this, then keep it kind of light like I did. Okay, and the chicken is almost done, so now I'm just taking some black beans, dumping them in a pot, putting them on low, and this is going to be my protein source in my taco since I don't eat the chicken. And I just threw a little bit of taco seasoning in there to give them some flavor. That way I'm not just eating a bland old taco. This rice is awesome. I wanted to mention that all ingredients in this box did not contain dairy, so that the kids could actually eat this too. It did call for butter, so as you can tell, I used the olive oil butter from, I think, Country Crock is the brand. So you just cook this according to the back of the box. And also, if you have like white rice or brown rice, you could totally use that and just season it up however you choose to. And now I'm just going to shred the chicken up. This is super easy, like it just falls apart. So just give it a good shred, and a mix, and then your meat is all ready to serve. I also wanted to mention, this just saves me time. Obviously taco night is very simple, but whenever you have a busy day and you come in, it's kind of easy just to throw together rice and beans and have your meat already ready instead of having to brown hamburger or cook chicken in the oven and just wait longer. It just kind of takes the rush out of it. Like you can just actually take your time and eat without getting in a hurry. A bit more. A little more.
Hey, Daddy, look.
Oh, yeah.
Now that just fold up the other one. Got it.
Here, do it like this.
Okay, guys, somehow I lost a clip of throwing the chicken in the crock pot. All you do is dice it, put it on low for 4 hours, and then drain the juice. And then come in 3/4 cup of marmalade, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3/4 cup of honey barbecue sauce, and then just a little dash of garlic powder. I cooked up some plain white rice, and then this is what the chicken was looking like after I left it on keep warm just for a little bit after I stirred in all of those ingredients that I just told you about. And for another side, I just steamed up some broccoli, and it was a real big hit. Did you try the chicken?
Mm-hmm.
Is it good too? Okay. So right here, I'm just taking a few red potatoes and then a few sweet potatoes and just scrubbing them all off, making sure I'm getting all the dirt off of them. And then I'm going to lay a towel out and just pat them all dry. And then I'm just going to take a fork and stab some holes. I would say about 3 to 4 forks full of holes in each potato. And then I'm just taking a little dab of extra virgin olive oil and rubbing it in my hands and just rubbing down each potato, making sure to kind of give it a thin little coat on the outer layer. Then I just took each potato and wrapped it up in a small piece of aluminum foil, and I did this for every single one of them. After wrapping all the potatoes in the aluminum foil, I quickly threw them in the crock pot, and I set the heat on high, and they cooked for about 4 to 5 hours. It was already midday whenever I was getting started. And now for the meatloaf. So here I had 2 pounds of hamburger, and they're in these packages because they're actually deer hamburger that we had processed. And please never mind that baby doll in the background sitting in the actual infant carrier seat. My daughter thinks she has to have real baby items for her baby dolls. So for the meatloaf, I'm just using these gluten-free plain breadcrumbs, about a cup, a dash of onion powder, and then a dash of garlic powder. And I made this so much I don't even measure it anymore. I always use 1 egg, and then salt and pepper. Can't forget that. And then I'm going to squirt a generous amount of ketchup in there just to give it some extra moisture. Nobody wants to eat it dry. And I always have to use these gloves. I cannot bring myself to mush up this ground cold meat with an egg in it. It grosses me out so much. So I just have to use some gloves. So now I am just coating a baking dish. This is a 7 by 11 in some olive oil spray, and I just flatten out the meatloaf until I can get it as even as possible in the pan. And I'm going to pop this in the oven for 350 degrees for 35 minutes. So it's been 35 minutes, and I'm just taking the meatloaf out and squirting some ketchup on top of it, and I will throw this back into the oven at the same temperature for about 10 more minutes. The meatloaf is all done, and now I'm just grabbing a bag of frozen asparagus that is steamable, and I threw it in the microwave for a quick vegetable side. This is a little shot of my husband's plate. And here is mine. And I used some leftover black beans from the night before to load my baked potato. And yes, I have 2 potatoes.
I'm going to take a picture of my plate.
Okay, you guys, that is it for today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. If you want to leave a comment, that's great too. Whenever you interact with my channel, it always helps YouTube see that people are liking it, and so they boost it and show it to more and more people. So if you do that, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you like these types of videos, then just keep on watching. I have lots of fun stuff planned as I'm just getting started out. So I'm like, ooh, I want to do this. Ooh, I want to do that. I'm planning so much, but it's all exciting and new, and just bear with me as I'm getting used to filming and editing and talking to a camera, because it's very different. This is just a Bible verse that I found in my devotional this morning, and I just wanted to throw it in here and remind everybody to be thankful for everything, even the little things. And I will also link the devotionals that I read in the description box, just in case you're interested or looking for something good to read. So with that being, oh, my camera is so crooked.